No, I got to start off with a smile. I, the production, I didn't hook up my lamp yet. It's 9 o'clock at night. Things slip. Things happen. Technical difficulties. Hold tight. But I was going to still come on here and get this update because this is what I do. So here I am at almost 9:30 at night. But hey, the show must still go on. I had a busy day today. So a lot of things going on today. I'm very busy, a lot of learning going on. So that's why I'm here late. But I'm still going to come to give this real estate update for Memphis and the nation and the different things that's going on with buyers and sellers. So if you're watching this live, drop a one in the comments. If you are new to my live, drop a two. And if you are watching a replay, drop a three. And I really appreciate it. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Toria Howard. I am originally from Detroit, Michigan, now residing in Memphis, Tennessee, where I'm all things real estate, commercial and residential. I am a realtor with EXP Realty, serving people here in Memphis, Tennessee, soon to be Mississippi. I'm working on my Mississippi license as we speak. I'm also a commercial funding broker, a business funding broker, and a financial literacy consultant. So I have a plethora of things going on. So let's start with the real estate market here in Memphis, Tennessee. What's new? Well, it's a lot of things new. From last week, it looks like there's up 12 more houses on the market. So this week is more than 12. It's like it's new. It's 267 new homes on the market this week. So that is people are still putting their houses out there to sell. Just went to a beautiful open house today. Check out my reel if you have not. Uh, you had 248 homes sold last week. So 248 homes sold last week and then 172 pending. So that means that there are people about to be at the closing table pending. They're just waiting for all the closing documents to be drawn up, the lenders to come back and do all the things that they need to do. And then they're at the closing table. So people are still buying and selling in Memphis, Tennessee, regardless of interest rates, regardless of recession, regardless of whatever. Real estate still is a profitable asset to own. It's one of the 8 streams of income that you should have, or I should say 8 assets you should have in your possession to build wealth. Just like a life insurance policy, you can use your home's equity to be able to take money out and invest in other things. You can take your home equity once you build it up, and you can go buy you that luxury car tax free. So, it's a lot of different things that you can do with real estate. So just because the interest rates are, scaring a lot of people away and all of that is going on, people are still buying and selling real estate because real estate is going to continue to be one of those streams of income that people use to build wealth. So it's going to always sell. So it's 267 new homes on the market this week, 248 sold last week, and 172 pending. So you do the math. This is week by week numbers. So when I'm talking about 267, that's 267 homes that have been put on the market. Now, the market is regulating a little bit. So you see a little. People are coming down on prices. I see lots of price decreases now than I did last year. A lot more price decreases. So, get in where you fit in. If you feel like you can't afford to purchase a home, you need to get creative because rent is high. And you might as well make yourself wealthy instead of somebody else. Just saying. So as far as the interest rates this week, now this is but this is a nationwide average. So like I said, your interest rate is determined on your credit score. So the higher the credit score, of course, the lower the interest rate. So you want to get your credit score up to at least a 740 or above. 760 to be, safe, so that if you do take a hit, it won't be a big of a hit. So if you have a 740 to an 850, it doesn't matter because your interest rate is going to stay the same. So right now, national average is 5.86. Now, if you check your local markets, those local lenders, those local banks, they could have some better interest rates. Might be some that's almost, took back at the 4%. So check with your local lenders. These are national averages. So if you have a 740 to an 850, it's 5.865%. If you have a 720, it's 5.9. So a 720, 739. So it's not that far. You had a 5.8 to a 5.9, not that much of a significant difference. Now, when you go from 740 to 700, well, there you're going to see the difference. It's 6.36%. This is a national average. When you are at a 700 to a 719. So going lower than that, a 680 to a 699, you're at a 6.748. 660 to 669, 769, it's a 7.194. So that's the thing. Like, as you can see, it was 5.8 when you had a 740 or above. You get down to the 660, 669, now it's 7.91. 19. Almost a 2% difference. You do the math, or 30-year mortgage. And then 640 to 659 is 7.248. And I'll keep going down to 620, because some you can still get first time home buyer. Some lenders have first time home buyer programs with a 620. Those limits are rising. I know some that were 620 are now 640 to 660 now. So you need to check with your local lenders to be able to combat that. So let's talk about some great things that's going on in Memphis, right? So it's summertime. It's hot. It's been 100 degrees like every day for the last 3 weeks. It's been scorching hot, but people still like to be outside. So we have rooftop bar settings here in Memphis, Tennessee. So if you ever visiting here or you are in Memphis, here are some of the most popular rooftop bars and restaurants in the city. So of course, the famous Peabody Hotel rooftop. A lot of people know about that. They have the ducks that be walking in the hotel and all of that, but they have a rooftop party every summer starting from April 28th to August 4th. And it usually asks from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and it is a cover charge of $15. Beck and Call is the rooftop at the Hyatt Centric downtown, which is absolutely beautiful. So make sure that you check that out. The hours are of course, Friday and Saturday stay open to midnight, but you're not going to get a lot of late night things in Memphis. So midnight is usually standard. Then you have Tiger and Peacock, which is the Memphian Hotel in Overton Square. So I didn't even know about this until I read this article, but Tiger and Peacock on top of the Memphian Hotel in Overton Square. It's in the Cooper Young area, so you have a rooftop there. And you have the Hugh Hotel rooftop, which is downtown, overlooking the beautiful Mississippi, that beautiful water, awesome. And then you have the Mississippi River Terrace, but that's only for hotel guests. And then you have the terrace at Terrace at River Inn, which is in Harbor Town, which is overlooking the Mississippi, which is beautiful. Then you have the Aldo's Midtown rooftop patio. So most of these are downtown or in the Midtown area. So check those out. So let's talk about some buyer and seller tips. Get back to my page. Sorry, it's not it. Here we go. Get all this other stuff out the way. So let's talk about if you're thinking about selling your home and making some repairs. So a lot of times people don't want to make repairs on their home when they're talking about buying. Selling it, but you will get a better selling price if you do so. So break out the toolbox or hire a professional. It's time to tackle at any home maintenance projects you've been putting off, anything that doesn't work perfect or can stand out for potential buyers. So flooring is a big one. Paint is a big one. Especially exterior and interior paint. Kitchen is important, and master bedroom is important. So if you can tackle the curb appeal, the flooring, painting, the kitchen, and the master bedroom, usually you'll be able to get away with a lot of things. But you need to make sure that you have those main areas, those main spaces, as clean as possible and repaired as possible. Because a lot of people don't like carpet, especially here in Memphis. There's a lot of dust and allergens in the air. So change the flooring. They have a lot of vinyl flooring, those different things that you can use that is not as expensive as hardwood. So if you're thinking about selling, make sure you do those necessary repairs. And like I said, you will get a better selling price. It might even get somebody to do it over asking if you do it right. So you don't have to replace all your cabinets. If you have good wood, just get them refaced and repainted and put some new hardware on there and just change the countertops. Easier than having to blow out a whole kitchen. So that's just an example. So in this period, like it was a red hot housing market, but as a buyer, it's rebalancing, it's turning it to the buyer's favor. So which is creating opportunities. So, according to Holden Lewis, home and mortgage experts at NerdWallet, the buyer who remains in the market will face less competition and have more homes to choose from. So, make sure that you're staying in the market and not being afraid to. Okay, get you a realtor that is going to work with you, is going to break down the process, is going to be patient with you. I would love to be that if you're in the Memphis, Tennessee area. And you'll be able to navigate the whole process. So if you're a home seller, going back to that, declutter and depersonalize. Once you are putting your home on the market, you have, I know I hate to say this, but you have to take the family photos down. You have to make sure that you make it so that the buyer can see themselves living in the home. So depersonalize, decolor, keep it clean, and do those necessary repairs. Like I said, painting, paint is essential. Changing, maybe if you need to change out your countertops is essential, and then refacing your cabinets and making sure that master bedroom is on point. That's one of the main things. I remember I was showing some homes before in a high end neighborhood, and everything was beautiful, like the bathrooms and everything. They redid everything, and then they kept the kitchen like bleh. it doesn't sell if you keep the kitchen, you know, if the kitchen is not on point. So make sure that you are, making sure that your kitchen on point, master bedrooms on point, your flooring is on point, and the paint on the inside and out. Make sure you have the curb appeal that is needed. So I will say that. What else I got for you all? I don't need that to do that. I'm always doing something I'm not supposed to do. Learning. It's a learning curve. But anyway, let's talk about how to prepare to buy a home with your credit. So if you're a lot of people don't need, credit repair, they just need to build their credit. So here are some ways that you can build your credit on the pathway of purchasing a home. So report your rental payments to your credit report. You're paying rent every single month. Why not get rewarded for it? This is a way that you can add a trade line in your name to your credit report that will help boost your credit 30 to 100 points in a matter of 15 to 30 days. So you have options out there. So make sure that you are taking advantage of these options that are out there for you. You can get a secure card with no credit checks. That's a good thing. Or go to your local credit union and see if they will give you a line up a personal guarantee line of credit, like a personal loan, or they can get a secure card from them, and you will build and establish a relationship. So when you are ready to get your mortgage, they'll be more susceptible to giving you the maximum amount of funding because you already have an established relationship. So I know a lot of people are scared of credit cards, but credit cards are a way for you to build credit and to maintain your credit by and teaching you how to balance your money in the same sense, because you have to, if 3 months out of purchasing a home, you need to keep your credit card balances to 6% or below. So if you're making sure that you use your credit cards for paying stuff that you already gonna have the money for, groceries, gas, um, whatever it is that you do on a daily or weekly, daily basis. Use your credit card for because you already have the money for it. Pay it right back off. Make multiple payments throughout the billing cycle. Always know your billing cycle. So it starts, from July 1st to August 1st, and you need to make sure that that balance is paid off 2 days prior to August 1st. And sometimes, certain credit card companies take 48 hours to process. So make sure you do it 2 days beforehand so that you can get it reported that you are not using high utilization, because utilization is one of the top components of your credit score. So you just have to be mindful of that. So your debt plays a huge factor in how much you're going to afford. You can have a high credit score, but then if you have too much debt, then it's going to dwindle down how much you can, how much they think you can afford in the mortgage, and they're not going to take a risk on you. They'll try to, take you to another, loan service or program or whatever the case may be. But just be mindful of that. Create a budget to pay down credit card and other debts. Now, I've told people about this method that I used before. Um, some people call it's the snowball effect, where you start at the top and make your way to the bottom. I, on a personal, if you don't have a lot of money to put towards it, I would start at the bottom and work my way to the top when it comes to talking about paying off credit card debt. So what you would do is I call it a form of stacking. So what you would do, you would take that credit card payment, the minimum payment, and then you will add a little bit extra to it to pay it off faster. While you pay the minimum, plus $10. You gotta get a little bit over the minimum, a minimum payment, on your other cards. And once you finish that one, take the same money that you were paying for that card that was beforehand, plus the money you was paying for, whatever you was paying for before, combine it together, and then you get better terms because you have, more capital that you're showing. So just wanted to give you that little tidbit. Hope everybody is had a wonderful and blessed Tuesday. If you are looking for a realtor in the Memphis, Tennessee area, I would love to help you. You can tap my link in my bio of my IG, and then you can tap the link in this Facebook. What am I doing? Live. I'm like, what am I doing? And then on my YouTube channel, you can just scroll down to the bottom of my description, and you'll see my 10K card website right there. So I'm tired, y'all. Hopefully, I gave you some good information that you can take back and use, and just make sure that you're making wise decisions and not be a hasty. Don't be like me. Don't be hasty. Don't be, moving too fast and you mess up. I did it today. Moving too fast. I messed up. I didn't scuff the whole side of my dang on rim tire. I'm gonna have to get all of that fixed because I was rushing trying to turn into a parking lot and ended up because my car sits low, so it's hard for me to see, what's there first. So I ended up scafing, as my husband say, scafing a curb, and it did some damage. So you can't sweat the small stuff. So, but if you want any of my services, make sure you tap in to me. I really appreciate it. I am in commercial funded space. So if you know anybody looking to invest in real estate or other commercial projects, it could be a daycare, it could be a school, it could be an airport, it could be a funeral home, whatever it is. I don't want to say funeral home, but I just said it again. But anyway, so, and then I have access to business funding as well. So getting a line of credit to be able to help in your business is always essential. So reach out to me for any of my services that I do charge a fee. I'm not for free. No, I do have complimentary consultations, but you get 30 minutes. I know that's real long for free, but I'm gonna give people 30 minutes. People gotta get their lives together. So I say all that to say Oh, I am a business funding broker. So if you need my funding for your business, I can help you with that as well. Needs to buy inventory, pay employees because this, that. I have the funding for you. So reach out to me. I really will appreciate it. And like I said, I bid y'all to do. And yeah, I did it. I don't know what day this will be. I guess 23 if I was doing it. Well, no, I would have been, oh yeah, I would have been way back there. But anyway, y'all have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. God bless. Now I got to start off with a smile.